Hello and welcome back to Nails by Sora. So today I want to try doing something a little different. I just removed my acrylic tips, which I wouldn't ordinarily have done so soon after having done them. It's only been about 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half. But I did have quite a bit of flooding underneath the nail from when I applied them because my natural nails are cut so short. I had trouble getting the paper forms snug underneath to where there weren't any gaps. And I kept feeling the edge of the acrylic pressing against the pad of my finger, and it was getting annoying. And I felt it was just time to remove them and do something else. That being said, don't be me, don't be stupid, and build out your extensions with colored acrylic, because you will never be able to get all of it off until it grows out. I still have a little bit of green on my nail plate. I didn't feel comfortable filing that far down, so it's just going to have to stay and grow out with my natural nail. And it's fine. I'll end up using darker colors, well, not really dark, but more opaque colors to cover over it. But what I do want to try doing is attaching jelly tips with acrylic, and I'm going to use clear. So that way, when it starts growing out, I can change colors on top of it without having any problems. I did put on a layer of gel. I did this last time too, but for some reason, it didn't seem to add that much protection. I could have always done a second layer, but I didn't. So I'm going to take my Kokoist brush. I'm going to take my monomer and top it off. Actually, I don't need to. It's still pretty full, but I'm going to soak my brush in there and get it nice and saturated. And I'm going to start picking out my tips. I already have them marked off as to what's what, but I sometimes don't remember. There's just asterisks next to the numbers, so don't always remember which number is for which finger. But pretty well confident that the 1 is for my thumb. So I'm going to take that out. You also want to make sure that you measure each hand independently because your fingers might not be the same from hand to hand. And I want to even say, I think I do this every time, that I should have checked off the 2, or is it, yeah, the 2, not the 1, because that one seems to fit a little bit better. I try not to press it all the way down towards the cuticle because I want to have room to file the edge of the tip. So the 2 seems to work better than the 1. I'm going to finish picking out my tips, and then I will come back and show you how, well, we'll learn together how to apply with acrylic powder. Okay, so I've got my monomer, I've got my brush, I've got my clear, I've got my tips, and I've got my mask. So I'm going to go and start with the Pinkies, since it's always easier for me to work from the smallest nail to the largest. Once again, I've got hair stuck to my nails, because why not? All right, I'm gonna tap some clear off of, or some monomer rather, off of my brush. I'm going to put just enough down to cover where my nail is. I don't want too much, because I just want it to act as glue. I'm going to press it down. And I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to take away some of the excess around the edges. And I'm gonna try not to disturb that as I move on to the next nail. So far, this is working easier than I could have imagined. Let's hope I didn't speak too soon. And on we go. Making sure you work it up the edges. Pushing it down at the cuticle and up towards the free edge. Oh, I wanted to try to get this little bit off. Before it dries, wrong side of the brush, before. All right, well, that's gonna lead to a cloudy nail, but we'll deal with that. All right, so I'm going to let these sit for a little and set. I'm gonna get that hair out of there. And we're gonna see how secure they are before I move on to the next hand. All right, so it's only been about 2 minutes and they seem to be on pretty darn securely. I'm very happy. That actually took a lot less time even than gel polish. Little messier in some instances, but I can clean that up a little bit. So I'm gonna move on to my non-dominant hand, see how well that goes, and then I'm going to do a clear overlay just to secure that cuticle edge and get on to a manicure, which will be in the next video. So let's go ahead, do the right hand, and we'll see how well that goes. I'm gonna move this way. I'm gonna turn this that way just because that's the way my hand goes. And I'm gonna grab just a lint-free wipe to have over here for dabbing. Dab, dab, dab. Oh, dropping things already. All right. Oh, silly me, silly me. I didn't do a gel base on this hand. So I guess we're going to do a little comparison then on how well the nails stay on with a gel-based nail and a natural nail. I'm always in such a rush to get started that I miss steps. Don't be like me. I just decided to start filling the inside completely because I don't want that ridge. And as I said, it's clear, so it's not like you're going to see it. Need a little bit more of a bead for my thumb. All right, so that's hand 2. Gonna let that set, and then we're gonna come back. All right, so I think I'm going to stop there. I was going to do an overlay with clear acrylic, but I think I'm just going to go in with my screaming children outside. I'm going to go in with clear gel and then start my manicure. Thank you everyone for joining me. As you can see, that went on really painlessly. Probably the easiest tip attachment I have done with anything other than nail glue. If you have any comments or questions, please put them down in the comment section below. All the products I use will be listed in the description box below. And I hope to see you in the next manicure. Well, in the next video about my manicures. Bye.